Megan's drinking apple juice.
And vodka.
Mine's just juice, Mom. Screwdriver.
Yeah, Mom, this is totally apple juice. Wait, start.
Oh!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
There's the guy who can't figure out how to phrase the thing he wants to
I know, dude.
ask.
You know what's funny? I was just thinking that. I was like, wow, I did kind of set up something I was going to say. And as I walked the walk of shame 2 feet to my left, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to drop that. I'm just going to leave that shit in the past. I thought I could, you know, it's really true what they say. You can't run away from your problems. Wow, Dexter, where'd you hear that?
That's great advice, Dexter.
That's very good advice, Dexter.
I'm going to take it to Aguadia, see what she says. Maybe she'll take me back.
We do have to do the Dexter episode.
Yeah.
Now that's genius to keep in. They're going to hear that and like, whoa, there's a Dexter episode coming?
Yeah, that's actually really smart.
Holy shit. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, that's enough Dexter for now. But yeah, keep that Dexter bit. That's kind of good. A little foreshadow.
Just to say that Quinn's number one, right?
Obviously,
Yeah.
of course.
Of course.
Deb, we had something special,
Deb,
right,
yeah,
Deb?
of course. That was really good.
Thanks.
That was spot on.
That's how you always do the fucking phrase word or whatever. You say,
The
what
root
a
word.
fucking.
Yeah.
I had to just keep doing the Deb. That one. I'm not gonna do it again because I can't do it again.
Right, smart.
But that one phrase, I said that over and over again. That's how I finally had to do the
hell yeah.
voice.
Yeah, that was fucking art. A show that's not Dexter though, a different show besides Dexter.
Mhm.
Yeah, who the fuck has the audacity? It's a guy snapping me at 5 in the morning. Lunchbox is snapping me at 5 in the morning. Lunchbox Snapchatted me. I want to play what he says.
Little boy Blue, 'cause he needed the money. Oh!
You guys want to hear something way better than that though? Like way, way, way cooler. Like undeniably much, much cooler.
Dickory dickory dock, this bitch was sucking my cock. The clock struck 2, I dumped my goo, left at the end of the block. Oh!
That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That was all right.
That was all right. All right, let's watch something that sounds like shit. Everybody, let's see this. Let's see some garbage time minutes right here.
Let's see what you got.
Mary, so contrary. Trim that pussy, so damn hairy.
That was the best one by far.
That's by far the worst
That's the
piece.
best one by
That is
far.
by far the biggest piece of shit I have ever seen. Okay,
We're just a bunch of crazy friends.
just a bunch of crazy friends. That's what I wanted to say. Okay, we're not talking about Dexter. We're talking about friends. Okay, and how I don't know. I keep getting a lot of friends shorts. You know, YouTube again has decided for me like, you know what show you love? Friends. And it's like, yeah, I kind of watched it on TV a little bit here and there. They're like, no. It's like your favorite show ever. And for every 6 scrolls, you want to see one clip of Joey being a fucking idiot, which is admittedly pretty funny. And the show is funny. And every time I see the clips, I do laugh because, like, hey, guys, you know, I'm just a good American boy, right?
Yeah, Friends is funny.
Friends is funny. It is funny, but the problem with Friends is that it's also at the same time not even a little bit funny in any way, shape, or form. And that's the twist, the little scary part. That's the real, like, you know, that's what makes you think, like, is Hollywood really satanic? Because Friends is super enjoyable and super likable and super fun and super funny. And at the same time, none of those things even a little bit at all. Heavy is the head that wears the crown, you know?
Uh-huh.
And individually, funny, sure, but also individually, like, Joey's an idiot who's dumb.
That's why he's funny. That's what makes him so
Sure, but also it's like a lot of this stuff, it really is just like Joey's stupid.
funny. That's funny, dude.
At
Stupid's
the same
funny.
time, Phoebe, also dumb, but also like, hey, you know what's funny about her? Sometimes she's smart in really weird, you know, eccentric, quirky, weird
She's also
things.
really dark. Got
Yeah,
a really
also really dark.
past.
But also quirky and funny, and also dumb. That's a really big selling point. And again, I also like Friends. Okay, I do like Friends. Okay, a lot of potential, but also
A lot of potential.
a lot of missed opportunity. Then you get Rachel, right? Really dumb, but they don't really play into her being dumb. Maybe it's just what Jennifer Aniston brought to the role. And I know she's on like the sacred list of whatever she had to do to get there. Where it's like, no. We all like we universally champion her as some like beacon of something. And while that's fun and dandy and sweet and whatnot, right? Again, guys, really, it's Jennifer Aniston. Okay, Jennifer Aniston in like, you know, Office Space. That's sick. Jennifer Aniston on whatever that show is on Apple TV. What's that show called? The Morning Show.
Yeah, that's
You know how dumb your show is. If I say the word "show," which is one of the 3 words, and one of the words is "the," I said, "What is the name of the show?" I can remember the word morning.
It's just morning.
Okay? So fuck that show. Except for Billy Kudrup. He kicks ass. And also Reese Witherspoon. See, Reese Witherspoon makes sense being, like, celebrated. Okay? She has that book club thing. She's smart. She's sexy. She's powerful. She's sexy. She kissed Ryan Phillippe, which means if you got to kiss her, you basically kissed Ryan Phillippe.
Which, can you have any other, like, accolade that means anything at that point?
Probably kissing Ryan Phillippe.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd probably be up there. For some people, of course, not me. I gotta be honest. I'm starting to understand why women find Ryan Phillippe attractive to the point where I just might find Ryan Phillippe attractive. Also, dude, it's so crazy smart. I don't even like try to do this. I'm talking to my friends, and it's like, yeah, you guys sprawl about Reese Witherspoon, who's also in Friends.
Oh yeah, she's Jennifer Aniston's sister.
That's probably how they got the idea for the morning show.
That's probably exactly where they got the idea.
I'm gonna be late for school. That's how I said that. Are you telling me it's 8:25? Precisely, Marty.
Oh, okay. I you're waiting for me. Sorry.
Doc, I'm late for school. I was talking to someone the other day with that conversation where they said something, and I was like, "You literally just spoke as if you were in the scene in Back to the Future." And I heard Huey Lewis.
Oh, that was you 2 seconds ago.
No, you fucking invalid. That's not at all what it was. I was reminiscing on something else.
Okay.
But yeah, Friends, right? Who'd we cover? Let's recap everybody. Joey's an idiot, and Phoebe's an idiot.
Check.
Yeah, Rachel's an idiot, but again, it's not
way.
played. No, because Phoebe is played for an idiot sometimes, and Joey is obviously played for an idiot all the time. And occasionally they flip it on its head before they rip the rug out from around you, and he's like, "Yeah, he's an idiot."
Mm.
But Rachel, there's like this
She's
weird,
just like kind of snarky and kind of ditzy.
I guess ditzy's good.
Yeah,
but like she's fucking stupid. And
yeah.
by far as dumb as she's dumb as dirt, okay? The fact that she succeeds in any situation whatsoever is absolutely bombastically crazy. Okay? She's an absolute airhead. But again, it sounds so mean. Maybe it's just what Jennifer Aniston brings to the performance, but like something about it is just so fucking stupid. It's like every time you open your fucking mouth, like, are you seriously talking right now? Shut the fuck up. Go stand there.
They
Shut
needed
the
a
fuck
character
up.
like that to tell people to shut the fuck up.
Jesus Christ.
They needed a 7th friend.
She's
The rude
fucking.
one.
I'm not saying. Sure, she's. In a very specific time, she's very good looking. But for fuck's sake, shut up. And they don't play. That's what makes it. That's what's so infuriating. They don't play Rachel as being. They act as if she's like a Monica type, and it's like no.
Yeah, but what even is Monica? Just neurotic?
That's the point. See, Monica's also. It's like, yeah, she's smart. It's like, but is she smart? Hold on. Like, I'm trying to think of who's the smart
I don't
person
think anyone
in the
in this
group.
show's
Is
smart.
anyone in this show the smartest person in the group, or are they all idiots? And it's like Monica's smart. It's like, no, she's just like. Maybe it comes down to it again. I'm attacking Jennifer Aniston, but like maybe Jennifer Aniston brings a dumb quality to Rachel, and maybe fucking Courtney Cox brings a smart quality to Monica.
You know what? I think the same thing is here about Matt LeBlanc. I think he's brought dumb quality to the character.
Yeah, but then again, it's like Ross is supposed to be the smart guy in the group, right? Does David Schwimmer bring a smartness to the role? Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
He's definitely the smartest. He's the paleontologist.
How crazy is the next dude? Eastern Conference Finals. That's sick.
The coolest thing ever.
Apparently not to you. You just sat there in silence. You
I smiled.
You don't
Fucking
the
smile.
next. You're like, I actually don't like basketball.
Fuck you. I was smiling my face off. I was just ear to ear with glee.
Whatever, dude. No, dude. Oh, for sure.
Oh, for sure.
So no, but realistically, right?
And there's Chandler.
Well, sure, of course. There's Chandler. What video did you just scroll past a minute ago? It was like, I can't even process how stupid it was. It was some video. What did it say? Oh, I didn't watch the video yet. Okay, maybe if I watch the video, it'll change my mind. But some asshole posted a YouTube video. It's probably from a channel I like, for some stupid fucking douchey pretentious asshole film bullshit, where it's like an 8-minute and 30-second video. Because like, that's the perfect time. And it's like hyper edited.
What the hell?
And the person always ends, "Hi, I'm Danny Boyd."
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I don't think it's his video. That guy's actually pretty cool. I don't think actually, fuck that guy. Makes good videos though, but fuck that guy. But I think it's someone else. But someone uploaded a video called like, "Comedy is subjective," or no, like, "This is a comedy is subjective" was like in the thumbnail, but the title was like, "But this is subjectively funny." It was just like Chandler. It's like, okay.
I mean, he did him.
I know. Of course, everyone knows. Famously, historian. It's been accounted for. It's in the annals of history. Sarcasm, a very prevalent tool we all use today. in fact, was actually created in 1994.
Yeah, it didn't exist until '94.
Yeah, until fucking Matthew Perry came up with it.
It's nuts he invented
Because when you
it.
think of things like, 1994 from a guy named Matthew Perry, all that like Socrates bullshit and all Confucian this and everything else, all that they never quite looked at it that way. All these philosophers who have, they've supposedly, quote unquote, survived these times and these tribulations and everything else, even though at the end of the day, sometimes you gotta wonder, is this just some bullshit someone said pretty recently?
Some bullshit said recently.
But, at the end of the day, taking that at face value, that is thousands of, these ancient proverbs and everything else. That being said, yeah, we only arrived at sarcasm with Matthew Perry in 1994 when we were thankfully gracious. The gods were smiled upon us and granted, friends, the life it had so we could all understand sarcasm. Because, that show was a one-hit wonder. No one would have sarcasm today. But thankfully, from 1994 to 2004, the world finally learned what sarcasm was via Matthew Perry. That's been such a hard life. Again,
You can handle that pressure.
No. God giveth this bush, God taketh the bush.
Gotcha.
He says it was like selling a soul. Or you know what? Actually, this was the devil. Okay, the drugs are the devil. Matthew Perry sold his soul to the devil. Was able to bring from what hell had, which was sarcasm. That's actually where sarcasm originated, in hell.
That makes a lot of sense.
He sold his soul to the devil, came back with it. And he signed like a 10-year contract. And he's like, can I at least have a little bit of success after Friends? He's like, no.
You do like
none
some bullshit
whatsoever.
Show. You do like the Odd Couple maybe, but like.
Do I get to at least live a long, prosperous life to enjoy my riches? Not even a little bit. Do I stay attractive? You don't start attractive. Do I go out with dignity? When did you have it?
These blood contracts, they're a real bitch.
Yeah. But you get to be a pioneer. You get to go in the likes of Edison, Da Vinci, a third guy. And you get to be Matthew Perry. You're the third guy.
Oh, yeah, that is the third guy.
You're the third guy, Matthew Perry, the guy who invented sarcasm. But Chandler, again, is Chandler smart? No.
So we've gone, so there's 4 dumb characters, 1 potentially funny character.
Who the hell did I say is funny? Who the hell did I allude to being funny? Who?
The inventor of sarcasm.
Chandler? You're
I
right.
thought
See,
we
that was
decided Chandler was
sarcasm. You're
funny.
right. Okay. Chandler really was a pioneer.
Could I be any funnier?
Probably not, dude. Not with that delivery.
Remember when Joey's putting on all the clothes? Could I be wearing any more clothes? That show is great. That show's hilarious.
That's the problem, dude. Friends is both the greatest thing ever and the worst thing ever. It's literally like at least the third ring of hell in Dante's Inferno. Has to be.
I like to think of the fan theory where they were all just too self-absorbed to ever actually notice that 9/11 happened. So they're all living in the middle of the city.
They all just kept going on their lives.
And they never noticed the big explosion or anything. They just
that was a real missed opportunity from a storytelling perspective, and honestly, in a lot of ways, because on a very, in a very like heavy, heartfelt kind of way, if you think about it, it would have been a real prime opportunity to really take the piss out of the city on that one, and bring a little levity to the situation. And you're like, guys. It's literally, would that really been a smart thing to do in 2001? It's like, I don't know. It might not have been, but no one did. We don't know.
And
Friends,
they should have.
Really, what if it did work? You think Friends goes off 3 years later? Or does suddenly they're getting paid $2 million an episode and it's lasting another fucking 20 years? And Friends is still on the day like The Simpsons.
Yeah, because they had the courage to talk about what no one else would.
Imagine that world, first of all, where The Friends is actually like an institution like The Simpsons and is still on today.
Would they have cycled in new friends, or would it be the same friends just doing the same bits over and over?
Matt
and over
LeBlanc,
again?
gray and heavy, is still Joey. And they also didn't update anything at all. There's no like making him sensitive. No, he's still pounding. He's fucking pounding
doing.
box. Okay, he's the king of pounding vaj.
Of course he is.
And that's funny too. Like it's great. The show's like, what if? It's just shows how dumb the show is. They're like, what if Joey is like, he gets a lot of chicks. And like, okay, so what, do Ross and Chandler get no play? They get no tail? And it's like, no, they also at pretty much the same rate get girls. Are they less attractive? Equally attractive?
Yeah, Joey's just somehow better sometimes.
Yeah, Joey, I guess Joey also, Joey might be a compulsive liar actually, because we hear a lot more than we see a lot. Like, he's apparently always with all these girls, and like, Monica got a phone call. It's like, wait, you invited her to the wedding? Shit, I went out with her. It's like, when the hell did that happen? They really are self-absorbed assholes, and they really should have gone with the 9/11 thing. It's a fun thing to think about. Not only do you get to really, again, take America by the balls and really fucking go at it, but you have such a fresh opportunity to tackle the largest terrorist attack in American history. And if you don't need comedy to solve that wound, like laughter was now laughter's not the best medicine.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
we do it. Did we say that as a joke? I was taking that shit to heart. But there are a lot of stories specifically about 9/11. There's so many different ways to tackle that, you know. And again, and what media representation do we have tackling that? That movie with Robert Pattinson, that
Yeah,
movie
that.
with fucking Nicolas Cage,
Oh, you know what? I actually like that movie.
that movie with Charlie Sheen.
Here's what they could have done.
No, just to clarify, we have a piece of shit Oliver Stone movie where Nicolas Cage and Michael Pena are the fucking first responders. Okay, that's not making anyone laugh. Okay, and if laughter is the best medicine, we failed there. Okay, sure, Charlie Sheen made a piece of shit fucking elevator falling movie.
Yeah, that was like 20 years too late.
Exactly, and that's kind of funny, but like maybe if it had some production value like that Oliver Stone piece of shit.
Dude, they used to show the Twin Towers in like bumper shots in
Yeah.
Friends, and then they just stopped showing it. So it's in universe. It's not like that. This is some fairy tale land where like a 9/11 just didn't happen. It happened in the world of Friends.
And just no one talked about it, which again is stupid because you had the chance. Like, you could shake up the show. Okay, you could shake up the entire idea of what Friends really is. This could be the turning of the cheek.
I like it.
And you know what you do? You kill one of the friends.
Uh-huh. Yep.
You got a few options. You got Ross, right? You got Monica. That's a bad idea.
Yeah, don't kill Monica.
Don't kill Monica. Kill anyone else. You have Rachel. You got Phoebe. You got Joey.
I wouldn't kill
you got
any
Chandler.
of the women, believe it or not.
Really interesting. That's an interesting choice.
I would keep the 3 babes on the show.
It's probably for the best.
I think we go with Ross. Let's workshop some scenarios where Ross
Yeah, hold
dies.
on for a second because I'm so high. My first opportunity is obviously killing Ross, right?
100%.
Undeniably.
I don't even know if there should be a second opportunity.
It's honestly, yeah. If you're doing this storyline, if you're killing somebody in Friends, you're killing Ross.
and
David
then
Schwimmer's gotta go.
and then the help that the character developments, they're all stupid. And then Joey just becomes very like somber for the remainder of the series. Joey just becomes the sad
Joey doesn't
one.
change. No. You look at Matthew Perry.
You're right. He
Chandler becomes the sad one.
You're right.
We're jumping the gun. As far as the story, how you present it, right? You get to have it where, you know, they're all sitting around. They're watching the TV, right? Obviously, Monica's doing the heavy lifting. Rachel's definitely turning her head away from the camera to cry like into someone's shoulder because it's Jennifer Aniston and it's not going to look good.
Mm-hmm.
But Monica, according to Cox, she's going to be bringing the work. She's going to actually be crying. She's going to be looking great. Probably like that like Scream 2 hair, right?
Oh.
Actually, doesn't matter what her hair looks like. It's always great. Okay. Okay. Ready? Like a junkie. Oh yeah, they're all watching the TV. They're all scattered around. She's like holding the phone, crying. She's talking to Elliot Gould and whoever the mother is. Right? They're like, I just don't know where Ross is. Blah blah blah. They're watching the news. It's all terrifying. It's super sad. You know, Chandler's like, what is going on out there? And he's looking he runs in or whatever. Okay. He's looking outside through that cool balcony they have.
No,
Okay.
and Phoebe's by the balcony. She's looking at the naked man across the street.
No,
and he's
and
watching
he's
on his
watching
TV.
it. Okay, he has a bit. Okay, yeah.
That's how they're getting
The
their
problem
coverage.
is the show never established, or maybe they did. I don't give a shit if they did. Fucking, I don't remember. The show never properly established enough for me to take a notice of exactly where their apartment is in New York. I don't know if they ever said it. Maybe they said it every episode. I don't know. But they never established. Did they have a view of what was going on?
Oh, that's crazy to think.
That really changes everything. So I think you're right. Phoebe's definitely outside watching. She's the only one who can stomach it. You know, or she's probably playing a song to keep the fuck because she's an idiot. She's playing a song to keep the tower up. But no, Ross, they're talking and she's like, he's not answering his phone, and then they're like, oh my God, Ross had a meeting in one of the towers today.
Yeah, the paleontology.
There's a
board of directors meeting in the North Tower.
And he was all excited about it. It was a really big day for him, and he just happened to be going in on that day. And they're like, Ross had a meeting in the towers today, and then Joey the genius is like, wait, which one? And then there's a long pause, and Chandler just says, Joe, they both fell. And that's the big punchline.
And then it says the credits.
And then
go
Joey
up.
does that fucking like bugged out eye face with his finger up. He's like, oh, he's a fucking idiot.
He goes, Joey.
No. He would definitely say Joe in this moment. Every once in a while, that's something I notice in these YouTube shorts.
You're right.
He does say, Joe.
Joe.
What are you doing?
Both towers fell. Could you
Yeah.
be any dumber?
Well.
It has to be a 2-parter episode.
That's what I was going to say, too, because you also have the option of just going full cliffhanger with it. Like, you could just reveal that Ross is the one who's dead right away. You could just open it, because there's very different schools of thought here. You could open the episode where it's like, yeah, last week, They were all hanging out in the fucking Central Perk.
Yep.
Okay,
And-
Ross was wearing a fucking turtleneck with a fucking blazer or some shit. Okay.
Talking about dinosaurs.
Yeah, being some fucking idiot. Again,
Talking about his
that's all
big
they're ever
meeting.
doing. They're always idiots. Okay, and I get that like in a lot of sitcoms that's the case, but like I feel like in this sitcom, it's specifically everyone's actually stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like in Seinfeld, no, there's all assholes. They're not stupid. There's assholes. This show really is just like, no, they're fucking idiots.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of lumps of fucking nothing, and some of them look good. Most realistically, every one of them except for pretty much Matthew Perry looks pretty good most of the time. Because realistically, David Schwimmer had like 3 seasons of perfect hair.
Yeah, he had pretty nice hair for a while.
And honestly,
actually.
if you kill him in the 9/11 season, you get to actually keep the memory of him having the perfect hair. As they had, dude, he really had nice hair. And you add in like the end of the season, when he's got like the short hair. It's like, dude, go fuck yourself, Schwimmer. Swim out of here, okay? Actually, you know what? Swim deep and drown yourself.
I think the second part should be
Well, no, hold on. I'm sorry. I got out of track. You have 2 schools of thought. You can just open up an episode randomly, where now suddenly, just after the nonsense of last week with Rachel's boyfriend and whatnot, now you just open up the episode and they're all watching the TV, and you just soon realize Ross isn't in the room. Then you start to hear the news broadcast, because again, you wouldn't be seeing the TV. That'd be where the camera is, right?
Yep.
And then you start to just like, wait, something's off, guys. Are they actually doing this? And then I have to see. This is actually more important than everything else in this entire discussion. When did Friends air that year? Because like, what if it is what if it's the 12th? Okay.
That would be ridiculous.
And you're like, guys, they don't film the episodes that way. Like, but what if they did? Okay, what if this was like
What if they do?
What if they do? Okay, what if they actually do film the episodes that way? Okay, no, season 7,
2001, you know what they
season 8,
did back
season
then.
8, guys. Ew, this is so much more gross.
That's actually insane. Well,
Yeah,
actually, it's a perfect time
honestly,
to kill off a character at that point. 8
it
years?
is the perfect time, but like it's so much more of a thrilling experience to imagine like season 3 or 4 when everyone's like really hot, killing one
Yeah.
of them off. Okay, because even Matthew Perry looks his best then, and he looks like shit. He's so fucking ugly. What a fucking mouth.
Oh, you know what could happen too? Hold on. Actually, make this even better, right? Fucking, they're trying
Cast
to get
someone
hold.
hotter to be
Yeah.
Chandler from the start.
They can't get a hold of Ross, and then Ross, before they couldn't get a hold of, like, call. He's like, "Oh God, I left my briefcase. Can you run it down to me, Chandler?"
Nice.
So Chandler's stuck in traffic all
Okay,
day. He's
even
like,
better.
"I can't get to the tower. What's going on?" And Monica can't call Chandler, and then everyone's freaking out.
But is that the question though? Do you just hold on? I have to figure out what episode aired. They started, dude. They literally started this, dude. It's already perfect. Even though it's season 8, ignore that. Pretend it's season 4.
Yeah, it's season 4.
But they literally started season 8 on September 27th of 2001.
They could have opened up on this episode.
Yeah, you dude. Oh my gosh. You know what? This is the problem. Okay. Again, do you just open up the show randomly? And you just have that be a cold open reveal that guys we're doing 9/11 and Friends.
No, it has to play like it's an old episode.
No,
And slowly
you're missing my
reveals.
point. I haven't gotten to my point yet. Okay.
Then
Don't
fucking
jump
get
the
to
gun.
it.
Don't jump
Because
the
I have a whole
gun.
point I want to say.
You're an idiot, okay? Don't jump the gun. What I'm saying is you have 2 different schools of thought here. You could just pick up the show and it's suddenly 9/11. Or you could like summer break it and you could have it be a lot like a marketing tool. Like, it could be bigger than Who Shot JR, okay? And you establish the marketing of saying we are going to kill a character this season because of 9/11,
Wow.
okay? And while that might be a little more crass, okay? It's what's going to generate fucking money, okay?
Controversy and
And you can
topical.
set up fucking call lines, okay, or hotlines rather, and you can have people call the hotlines, and you can be like, "Hey guys, we're actually gonna be tracking this year. Call in, see." You can literally have some asshole's voice like saying, "Call in to vote. Who you think's gonna die this year on Friends via 9/11."
Right, yeah, they have to promote it all summer.
If you
Or-
promote it
not
all
just
summer.
all month.
No, you have to promote it all. You
you can't promote it all
have
summer.
to.
They didn't know it was going to happen. They didn't find out till the 11th. They didn't go into
I know.
it. The 10th
God,
going
if
out, guys,
only-
tomorrow.
If only the terrorists told, what is it,
The heads of
David Crane, no,
NBC.
David Crane and Martha Kaufman. Is that their names?
Sounds right, yeah.
Only if they told David Crane and Martha Kaufman and were like, "Listen, guys, you gotta keep your fucking mouth shut. You gotta keep your fucking mouth shut." But we do like Friends a lot. We do like Friends, okay? We really like Joey, okay? But we really want you. We do want to see the show. So like, see, we want way more seasons, okay?
Oh, I got all the storylines mapped out for how this 9/11 affects everybody.
But if they go into the marketing of it and they spend the whole entire time where they're like, no, you gotta figure out which person died, you could really build it up. And as long as the fucking piece of shit actors, right? As long as those degenerates, okay? As long as they don't come together and do the whole what they did for the pay thing, like, no, we all get paid $1 million. And then NBC was like, you fucking want Schwimmer to get paid $1 million?
Yeah, even Schwimmer.
They're even Schwimmer. I'm like, all right. And they did the whole, bullshit standing together. So as long as they don't come back to you on this whole 9/11 marketing campaign and do the whole I am Spartacus bullshit where they all stand together, like it's a fucking end of Avengers or something, ridiculous behavior. But that's besides the point. As long as they don't do that, and NBC's then forced, like, okay, unfortunately, we're pulling the whole entire thing, and we're killing Gunther. As long as that isn't the thing, and they actually do, bite the bullet and decide to kill one of the, main characters, it really could have been bigger than Who Shot JR. It could have been the biggest thing in like fucking TV history.
Yeah, it could have been
bigger than Who Shot JR, bigger than Who Shot Mr. Burns, because who gives a shit about The Simpsons?
Yeah, really.
And honestly, I think people would talk about fucking, and also, dude, think about that. People talk about the ending of shows, okay? Even if it is season 8, you just do that. You just tackle that in season 8, and you do 2 more seasons.
It'd be crazy.
No one remembers, like, oh yeah, the show ended where they got married and had kids, and they moved out of the apartments, and they all cried, and the apartment was empty, and they said goodbye. No, they're like, yeah, but remember when they fucking killed Ross in 9/11?
Dude, it'd be great, okay? Because then the next episode, you find out that Ross is in the next episode opens up, and it's just Ross who's going to work. It's reminding his
you're
business.
following from his perspective now?
It's all his perspective next episode.
So we're abandoning the idea of a cold open where they find out he's dead. Even though, just to clarify, we are totally burying the amazing Joey joke of him being like, Witch Tower.
No, that's the first episode. The first episode is like a normal episode, okay? And then 9/11's happening. All the characters can't get a hold of Ross.
Okay.
So we get everybody's reaction to find out Ross
and then
died
we're
in
gonna
the
go. Is
towers.
the next episode going to jump
the
back?
Next episode is from all his perspective.
Okay. That's insane. And also, it's directed differently too.
Yes.
It's shot in like such a fucking wow. Look how we're lighting Ross. Like, look at Ross. This is like production value.
But it still has to play like a Friends episode.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's still Ross has to be like Mississippi-less?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the problem. Ross. That's actually how Ross died. He counted Mississippi-less. That's my fucking point. The characters are idiots. What the fuck?
He has to have all his Ross shenanigans in this episode, okay? And it plays completely normal.
I counted to 5, Mississippi. I didn't say Mississippi.
Yeah, he has to
Mississippi-lessly? And then he goes to Monica and he's like, she's like, how'd you mess that up? He's like, I counted to 5. How do you count to 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Damn it! Like, again, he's supposed to be the smart character. They're all idiots. Okay, so Ross is doing his usual shenanigans.
So shit like that. So he his suit gets messed with the dry clean, so it doesn't fit him properly for the meeting. Okay, and he leaves his briefcase. So he
Right.
calls Chandler.
Yeah.
So Chandler's trying to come to him. Then they lose cell service. Okay, and as he's just forced to give this meeting, also he looks out the window and the plane's flying towards them.
Is it so? Do they cut to a crude CGI rendering of a wide shot, or is it just like a cast of shadow on his face and he's staring?
Shadow, just the shadow. And you know that fucking scared face he makes when he fucks up? That's the
Yeah.
face he makes.
Yeah.
And you see the creators' names come up on the screen.
Oh God, that's insane too. It cuts the phase to white.
So
It
then the-
fade. No, don't don't glance
I'm
over
on a
that.
roll. Should I
It
get to the next
fades to
episode?
white. Okay, Friends has never faded to white before. This isn't 6 feet under, but now it's 6 feet
Yep.
under because Ross is fucking dead. Okay, he's dead meat.
But he comes in the show as a ghost sporadically, and only messes with Rachel and
no,
Monica.
it has to do, and Phoebe, bro.
And okay, he only messes the women.
Yeah, you're right. Cause,
Okay,
No,
because
and you know what?
Chandler got so.
No, and he does do it with Chandler. And Chandler loses his fucking mind and spirals out of control. And they're like, "Whoa, this is starting to reflect Matthew's life a little bit."
Joey gives up acting after this and
Uh-huh.
decides to join the war.
What? Oh, that's no. We
That's
can't
his
lose
story.
2 friends. Are you fucking insane?
No, we follow him in.
No. Now you're breaking the mythology. We
You're
can't.
right,
We can't have
you're right.
seasons.
I got a little
spinning-
too excited with
whoa,
this story.
Whoa. Okay, this
that
is
should
still
have been the Joey
Friends.
spinoff at least.
That would have been a way better Joey spinoff, right? If they tackled patriotism in season 8,
Yeah.
they could have rode that wave 9, 10, and spin off Joey. Joey's in Afghanistan.
Mm-hmm.
They could have been like, what if Joey's the guy who shot Pat Tillman? It's like, what the fuck?
Damn, dude. What a different
Well,
friends
really,
we
what
could
if,
have had.
right?
Yeah,
what
what if
if
for
that
sure?
was it? How does Grady Matteo factor into that? How's that fucking weird, really dorky idiot who he hangs out with in that show supposed to be his brother? How's he fare into that? Maybe he's the guy who shot Pat Tillman, and Joey has to take the fall for him.
Yeah. Joe, yeah, because Joey's like, I lost one of my friends. I'm not going to lose
Yeah,
you too.
exactly. It's like, but wouldn't you be leaving? But again, you go down. See, we're just proving the point. You go down the patriotism angle. The show has thousands of more storylines.
That's true.
You could only have Rachel fuck her male assistant like 12 times before you ran out of juice.
Yeah. And dude, that show really was missing this whole.
But is there more like should they kill Ross necessarily? Because like you could also just wipe Chandler off. I know he meant it sarcasm. I know he's a genius. I know he's a prolific god of comedy.
I don't know if killing Chandler has the same impact.
I mean, killing Rachel in Friends. Well, what's the episode called? Is it the one like?
The one where Rachel got killed?
No, I guess that's what. Oh, that's interesting. It's 6 different episodes.
Oh wow!
And there's that. That's even crazier. What if they really milk the fucking franchise? What if they make 9/11 like an 11-night event, right? And it's 6 different stories, and they do the whole entire thing where the show actually. Oh my god, dude! Think about the viewership numbers then. Okay, this is setting records. This is more.
Genius.
This is more than the Sopranos finale, and again, it's the middle of the show.
Yeah.
It's more than the MASH finale. It's more than the Seinfeld finale.
And it's not even the finale. They're doing all this goodness in the first 5 to 6 weeks of the fucking season's open.
And there's seasons afterwards.
Yeah.
If you do it, you could 6 different episodes, people. 6 different episodes. You could do the whole thing where the show opens up and they're like, wow, Ross died. That's the first 2 episodes where you get the setup. Oh my god, this is genius, dude. This is the fuck David Crane and Martha Kaufman. I should have made Friends, okay? Season 8, it's the same first 7 seasons, guys. Everything's there. It's the exact same. Identical, okay? Maybe I cast a better person than Libby Chandler. I don't know. I don't really like Matthew Perry that much. But besides that, it's identical. And you start off the season. It's season 8, episode 1, September 27th, 2001, okay? NBC, probably 8 o'clock, right? It's got to be 8 o'clock. There's no way they had that show at 9.
8:30 the latest.
So they're it's again, guys. It's September 27th, 2001. You're airing the first episode of season 8 of Friends. Okay, everyone's getting paid $1 million an episode, or at least everybody was until we find out what actually is going on. The show spent the entire 3-week build-up. They rush everything. They delete what they had. They had season 8. What you know as season 8. Yeah. They filmed half of it, and they said, you know what? No, this is too important. We have to fuck this entire bullshit.
And that's pure artistic genius.
Exactly. That's fucking. It's integrity. What that is. And you start off episode 1. You see them all sitting in the room. You find out Ross isn't there. You get the great joke of maybe he's in the other tower. Joe, they both fell. You get that joke. You get the great payoff of that, right? Then you get episode 2. You follow the POV of Ross being a bumbling buffoon, Mississippi-lessly. And then he goes into 9/11. He dies, right? He's in the building. He does the shadow cast on his face. He gets killed. Fades to white. You're thinking like, wow, I cannot. Was episode 3 gonna be a funeral? Maybe even do a fake fucking bumper. And you have a show next week on, and it's like, wow, they're all attending a funeral.
That's crazy.
But then episode 3 starts off, and we're suddenly back in the apartment, and now Ross is standing there, and now Chandler's not in the room. And then you do episode 4 as Chandler's POV.
That's fucking
nuts. And you do this the entire way through, where now Monica's not in the room, and then Rachel's not in the room, and then Phoebe's not in the room, and last, of course, our precious Joey, the lovable idiot, the guinea douche of the show. That's a very important role in every single show. It's a very respected role, actually. It sounds like it'd be an offensive thing, but it's actually one of the most coveted things, and it's a true roles. You know the picture of like the Herculean figure holding the world, Atlas, right? Is that what it is? It's Atlas, right?
It's one or the other.
Somebody. It's some Greek piece of shit, right? He's holding the fucking world above his head.
Yeah.
That really is Italian Americans, okay? Look at some of the funniest shows ever. Friends, right? Yeah. What is it without Joey Tribbiani?
Just 5 people.
What the hell is Taxi without Tony Danza? Without Tony Banta, and without Louis De Palma, okay? I don't know what this whole rewriting of history where we're taking the Italians out of America, but quite frankly, I don't even know what America is without the Italians, okay? So we're gonna save the Joey episode for the last spot. He's really the star, because like, what is Friends without Joey?
And he gets an hour special.
Maybe. I don't know. Can Friends really be an hour long without making you want to kill yourself?
All right, fine. One less commercial break.
No. A shortened theme song. That's what he gets.
That's the thing, too. The Ross episode has to open up with, like, it can't be the regular theme song. It has to be, like, some chick is singing it really slow.
Yes.
And
it's the
like
same video, though, where they superimpose each actor out of the theme video.
Yeah, but it has to be
slowed
down.
And then, because think about like, if you're watching Friends on September 27th, 2001, and the first episode opens up, and just Ross isn't in the theme video. And you're like, wait, what the fuck?
Crazy.
That's insane. And then, but dude, you go through this cycle where each week you're killing it off different people, and you can kind of show how the show different changes and everything, right? And still play for laughs, of course. We're not getting too serious here. It's 9/11, right?
Yeah.
We're still playing it for laughs, guys. It's Friends.
It's a funny
so
show.
you follow Ross, and because if Ross, then you get to also decide. You get to like kind of see their ratings. You get to like, well, who should we actually kill off? You kind of get like the show.
That's genius.
Honestly, you're kind of like a whole guinea pig thing. You're testing your audience. It's actually the most genuine connection. Quite possibly could have been the most genuine connection in TV history.
And would have made us all bound closer together.
And realistically, I know they're all like, rah, rah, rah in that show, and they really love each other, and they're like, we all fought to all have the same pay rate. It's like, oh, wow, how valiant. You all wanted to be millionaires. Wow. We should celebrate you. Why, you all came to agree on $1 million? Why? Because it looked pretty with the zeros?
That's a really good point.
Wow, would the show have fallen apart if they paid you $900,000? Jesus Christ, Jennifer Aniston, can you shut the fuck up for 5 seconds?
Shut the fuck up, please.
Shut the fuck up right now, please. You shut the fuck up right now. That being said, right, you do really get... I know they're all, rah, 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 sisterhood in that show, but realistically, after you break the news to them, it's like, guys, if we kill off one of you, you just split that $1 million amongst you guys.
Yeah, they'd all be fine.
They're fucking, like, goddamn piranhas to blood, okay? You don't think Matthew Perry would have been like, how much more drugs could I buy? I'd have that thought now. If they're like, wow, I can make $1 million, that's a lot, or I could get 1.2 million. That's by my calculations, 0.2 million more. Yeah, bye-bye, Schwimmer, right? However, if you think about it, if they told the actors up ahead, and they're like, no, we don't know who we're killing off. We're actually going to use this as a test. We're gonna actually have a real conversation with the TV audience at home. Okay? Then TV never even dies the way it's died now.
Yeah. So really,
this really proves that Martha Kaufman and David Crane are assholes and really missed an opportunity here.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying is if they just added the 9/11 storyline.
Nice. So you really play with it, right? You kill Ross first, and also the actors know they don't. If it's set up where the actors aren't if it's set up where the actors aren't entirely aware of who's actually leaving the show, they're like, no, we're actually going to test it out over this 12-episode arc where we're going to do the same thing. We're going to film each scene the same way, but with one character missing, and then a POV episode following that character's journey into the tower. Okay, and we're gonna, again, it's always that way. It always ends up with the same shadow shot, fade to white. Somehow, a lot of the jokes actually say the same. It's actually really lazy writing when you break it down. Like
Yeah,
Joey does the same
line every time
that's the
except in
point.
his.
Joey does the same line. He does the same first. This is the genius of it. Matt LeBlanc gets to do the same punchline to really confirm this is a 9/11 episode.
Yep.
Every time.
Except in his
Until
episode.
his last, and that's why it's the last.
And then it's Phoebe.
No, then it's just somber and
Oh,
quiet.
no one does the little joke
No
at all
one
to really
talks
hit it
at all.
home. That's fucking
Joey's
dark,
the heart of
dude.
the show.
Oh my god, that's deep as hell. How'd you
That's
come up with that?
Because I'm
That
smarter
is
than fucking
genius.
Martha Kaufman and David Crane.
It's fucking nuts. And all of a sudden, dude, by that point, that's like fucking 8 weeks in with the POV episodes.
It's 12
there,
weeks
too.
in.
No, that's 11 weeks. That's 11 weeks. The POV
You're right.
episode,
Okay, you're right. I'm
so
sorry.
that's 11 weeks in of people hearing the fucking which tower was he in joke, and then all of a sudden the whole audience is gonna
Joe.
be, which
no,
tower?
Joe.
He didn't say it.
They both fell.
He didn't say it.
The question is, you brought up a good point, though, when you thought someone else was going to say it. Who responds to Joey in Chandler's episode when he's dead?
No one. They just stare at Joey
That doesn't make
defeated.
sense. Someone has to say something.
Oh, Russ.
I don't think it'd be Ross. I think it'd be Phoebe.
If you think so. Oh,
I
yeah.
think
It makes a bigger laugh.
No, then Phoebe says, "Oh my gosh, yeah, which one?" Because she's an idiot too.
As he
'Cause
asks
she
you
doubles up.
better.
She's a good point, Joey. Which one?
That's
And then Ross has to be like, "Are you serious?"
They both fell down.
No. That doesn't like Ross at all.
It's completely like
It's not Ross one bit.
in prison.
Mississippi, and I heave it down the field. I'm a way better Ross than you are, dude. You're terrible at Ross,
Yeah, that's something to be proud of.
bro. Okay, who's your what are you, Gunther? Who's your good
You're
friend?
great, Gunther.
Give me one thing right now that even remotely evokes Gunther. Okay,
Hi, Rachel.
that's terrible.
I'm back
That's
to work,
stupid as shit,
Rachel.
dude. I'm gonna do you a favor. I'm gonna cut that out of the episode so no one hears how dumb you sound doing Gunther.
That's a perfect Gunther.
You're an idiot. Okay, you should be on your goddamn knees saying, "Thank God, Alex is showing me grace here and removing that stupidity." And you're gonna double down and challenge me. You want me to keep it in there?
Yeah, I do.
You want me to keep it in there,
keep it in there, tough
motherfucker?
guy.
For I will fucking destroy you. Don't you talk to me that way about my team. Are you yelling at me right now? Woo! All right. So I think then Phoebe does the whole. Oh my God, Joey, you're right.
Yep.
And then Monica does it. Monica's the one because she's Joey. Because she feels Chandler more with her now than ever before. So she does the Chandler line that she lost her husband and now she's a fucking motherless. She's still a mother. She's a. It's that line that this has never been more relevant in my entire life. Sure, I didn't lose a kid, but this still feels kind of relevant in a less personal way. Chris Cooper in Demolition has that line where he's like, when a child loses their parent, they're an orphan. When a husband loses his wife, he's a widower.
Woodmaker, I think.
When a woman loses her husband, she's a widow.
Uh-huh.
When a child loses a parent, there's an orphan. But there's no word for a parent losing a child, right?
It's childless.
That doesn't have a ring to it. My point is, okay, in this moment, in this very intense moment, Monica is feeling like there's not even a word for it. What's going on? And I guess it's a widow. I guess I established.
I think it's a widow, actually.
I don't fucking know. All right, I'm just fucking spiraling out of control here. And the point is, Monica says the line. It is interesting, though, because then you get to kind of explore in each episode. In the one where Ross dies, the first one, I think you have to open on Ross, you're ending on Joey. So now we have 4 episodes to play with in the middle. You got to give a girl a second. You can't do guy.
It's got to be Monica or Rachel next, then.
I think it's Phoebe. I think
Phoebe.
I'm sorry. I think you got to undercut. I think you have to, because, like, I get that again. It's one for
what
all.
What the fuck is Phoebe doing in the towers?
Because fucking protesting something. I don't give a shit.
Okay, I guess.
Okay, maybe she's dating a guy. They're all fucking bimbos in the show.
Okay.
All the guys and the girls. That's half their storylines anyway. Oh, they're dating someone new this week. Look, here's Elle McPherson. Again, Chandler's an idiot. He's a fucking fat slob. But like, and even though Joey's the lady man, he also fucks supermodels. Here's Chrissy Turlington, also fucking a fat slob. Phoebe, I think Phoebe has to be. I think Phoebe kind of does it because you really got to build it. Again, it's about marketing, Robbie. You should understand marketing.
I guess I don't.
I understand it's one for all and all for one, but guys, Lisa Kudrow's the odd man out of the fucking big fame of the show. It's like, no, it's all about Monica. It's all about Rachel. It's all about fucking Courtney Cox. It's all about Jennifer Aniston.
Yep.
So you gotta you gotta get rid of Schwimmer because that feels the most logical, and everyone's gonna believe that. And no one's gonna know but the actors. Like, it's gonna be a twist when the next episode starts off, and it's like, wait, they're back to the same scene. Like, for that first week, it's gonna be insane.
Yep.
So everyone's gonna go into the season.
The emotional roller coaster is gonna be tormenting.
Probably a rash of suicides. As if there wasn't already a rash. As if we're implying there wasn't already a rash of suicides. There's gonna be a bigger rash because now Friends is involved. And that's way more important than anything else.
Yep.
It's on NBC for Christ's sakes. I think you have to go with Phoebe second. So we got Ross first, Phoebe second, Joey. So, okay, then the question is, that means Chandler has to be episode 4. Because it has to be a girl, guy, you know?
I think it goes Ross, Phoebe, Chandler, Monica, Rachel, Joey. I think we get 2 girls back to back.
I'm okay with that, but I think it should be Rachel then Monica.
That's better.
Yeah. All right, so we finalize the order. So it's going to be, okay, so it's Ross dies. And everyone's like, wow, Ross died. And I guarantee when we did that whole thing I mentioned earlier with the hotlines where you can call in and vote, everyone knew Schwimmer was dead. Dead to rights, dead as dirt. Who else are they going to kill, right? Episode 3 starts, I was like, holy shit. Now if you're telling me Phoebe's dead and Ross is here, then you go into...
Episode 4 is the Phoebe's POV.
Yeah,
bye-bye.
Episode 1 is the finding out in the whole apartment. They never leave the apartment in that episode. It's always in the apartment. They're all in there. It's like Community. Okay, it's this. We're actually beating in this scenario. We're beating Dan Harmon to the punch.
Yeah. In this scenario, he stole it from us.
Exactly. In this case, Simpsons didn't do it. We did it. So episode 1 of season 8 of Friends is them all in the apartment. Obviously in the apartment, not in like Joey and Chan. Maybe we should open up with maybe we should have Joey running like a klutz from the apartment over here. Like, oh my god, guys,
with like cheese puff stuff all over.
Yeah, something. Fingers. And like, Joe, can you clean your goddamn hands? Joe, can you clean your goddamn hands?
Ross just died. Can you have some respect?
Ross loved Cheetos. He did. He told me the other day. He loves cheese doodle puffs. Episode 1, Ross dies. They're all in the apartment. Episode 2, Ross's POV. Episode 3. Phoebe is gone. They're all in the apartment. Episode 4, Phoebe's POV.
Well, you said before, but the ending of the episode keeps showing the funeral for next week. At the end of all this,
we didn't know for 6. Oh my god!
Then we finally come to the funeral, and you get the reveal of who's actually the person.
Yeah, that's insane. That's genius.
I think we just wrote the best.
That's 13.
Season of
That's
Friends.
the greatest 13 episodes in TV history.
Yeah, it really is.
So then episode 5 would be the one where Chandler dies.
Yeah. So everyone's
episode
in the apartment.
6 is Chandler's POV.
Yeah.
Episode 7, everyone's in the apartment because Rachel's.
In Chandler's episode, it's the same setup where he's driving to the towers to get Ross's.
No, they're not driving. They're taking taxis every time. That's hilarious.
Okay, fine.
We get the same shitty camera work to get there. It's not. There's actually no better production value. I lied. Nothing looks better. It's all just as shitty. Okay, imagine like the traditional scene of Chandler hailing a cab and then getting into the terrible cab set, and they're not really driving, and it looks terrible, and they're on a back lot and everything else, and then just suddenly he's in the office building, and they have like an establishing shot. So that means they're showing everyone the week after 9/11 what the towers just look like. And it's also like it's gonna make a crude, it's gonna make almost like a static shot because they can't go pick up. There's no pickup shots anymore, guys.
Fucking Chandler's episode when Ross is when he gets killed, Chandler's bringing his suitcase to the tower in the taxi. In this episode, same scenario happens, but Ross gives the wrong address, or I guess the date's confused. So Chandler's just going there for no reason. Ross isn't even in the tower, so Chandler's just wandering around the tower.
Why would Chandler? No,
to keep the hijinks the
Ross
funny.
doesn't have a fucking paleontology convention in every
Chandler
scenario.
thought he did in this scenario though. So Chandler's at the building, just wandering looking for Ross.
No. What it? No.
Yeah, and he's like, could I be in any worse luck?
No, you're so wrong. He doesn't get to have it. No.
If you shut the fuck up, let me say my ID. You know how great it is. Who came with the funeral at the end of all this just now?
That is great. And the plain idea that I came up with is great, but with your Chandler should have a quippy line on his episode in episode 6 for his POV. When his episode ends with the shadow coming onto him, staring off into the view, what was a view that's now being his view is suddenly being interrupted by a plane. Okay, when he got out for a cup of coffee and like went to the window jovially, and now he's like, "Hey, blue skies, blue skies, blue skies, white metal, white metal, white metal." Okay, and the shadows look, and he's got a shadow on his face, and he's like, "Oh God," because again, we could milk it. And we could have like a whole escape plan for one of these episodes, but I think it's better if they all just they meet God very quickly. Then you can do the whole Fate to White episode. Yeah. But Chandler does get the exception because he's so funny, and he couldn't be any funnier, and he invented sarcasm that Chandler gets to actually look at the plane and say, "Could I have any worse luck?" So Chandler's the only one of the episode arcs. So that's episode 7, right? No, it's episode 6. Episode 6. When Chandler goes to Fade to White on his POV, he gets to say, "Could I have any worse luck?" And that's his final line.
That's hilarious.
Then episode 7, we're back in the apartment. Thank God Chandler's back. Sarcasm lives. And Rachel's now gone.
Yeah.
Episode...
She's doing
9.
She's at some meeting for Ralph Lauren or something.
Sure. See, that makes sense. They don't have to talk about paleontology. But you know what we will do? In every single episode after the first episode, when Ross is back to being alive, we'll have it where he gets a call in each episode. Like, "Wait, you're rescheduling the meeting?" Wait, you're rescheduling the meeting?
And then if we say...
He's like, "All right, so I'm going there on the 13th?"
So hypothetically, then for season 9 storyline, Russ is the one that gets killed. The entire season, he's just guilt-ridden because he was supposed to be in the towers that day. It wasn't.
So yeah, if Ross at the end of this exercise, if Ross survives in the end, he has to be guilt-ridden the rest of the show. That's who we figured out who the person is who has to be fucking upset and actually carry the weight of 9/11 the rest of the series. Because you can't just drop it, and you can't go back to the fun times in season 9.
Yeah, that'd be nuts.
You can't be like, guys, Freddie Prinze is a manny. Freddie Prinze Jr.'s in this play. He's a nanny. He's a man. He's a manny. But that's fucking so yeah. So that means each episode has to have that through line though. So the jokes have to play out the same way. So Ross has to do the joke where he's like, "Oh, my schedule. I got I got rescheduled. And I'm going to the South Tower on Thursday. Oh, okay. So that has to happen each episode. But that means each other person also has to have a reason why they're not the ones going to it.
Okay.
So that means like Joey has to be like, "Yeah, my agent fucking call me over there." He doesn't have an agent. What is he? Joey has to be like,
"He got fired. For everything, he just got fired just before."
God, that's the problem. Joey's so stupid. Why would Joey be going? That's why we're doing
Joey.
His
You said I thought it was
last.
Chandler.
Yeah, we're at
Joey's
Chandler.
last. We're not even.
Chandler's
at,
a businessman.
We're on Rachel.
Blah, 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 blah. No, each one of them has to have a joke though, where like they get the thing rescheduled, and we'll figure that out later. All right, we'll figure it out. But you're right. So then it's Rachel and Rachel's POV, and then it goes to the final finale of Joey. For
Monica.
episode. Oh, that goes to Monica, right? Fuck, Monica.
Monica's meeting.
I didn't want to kill Courtney Cox so much. I just tried glossing right over. Like maybe we don't even try killing Monica.
Instead of being a meeting this time, it's some cooking convention.
Yeah,
it's like
it doesn't have to be a convention.
You know, like that fair thing they do at Epcot every year, where all the food people come together. It's the same as that thing, but it's being held at Twin Towers.
Yeah, held at the Twin Towers.
Yeah, come to the festival.
Maybe she's like maybe it's like a banquet or something.
Or a
something like
banquet.
that. at 9 in the morning on like a Tuesday.
Yeah, mine makes a little more sense.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's coming to help set up food for the banquet.
Maybe in her episode, maybe in Monica's episode, maybe we just, you know, why not have some character development? What if we find out Elliot Gould actually works in the tower? So she was going to go talk to him about something, you know, trivial too. So it's not even like it's important.
Just we're gonna retcon that she has lunch with her dad once a week.
Sure.
In the tower.
Yeah,
and
fuck it, it's our
today.
show. Yeah, she. That's the only thing we changed in the first 7 seasons. We very much
had
established
to.
Elliot Gould
The real life events of 9/11 forced us to change that story.
Yeah, retroactively. Yeah, we had to go back. We had to fix that. We retconned it. We picked it. Did a lot of pickup shots. Respliced it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's weird. Every episode now is 4 minutes longer than I remember it. It's like, yeah, I didn't remember there being this every week monotonous, slow scene of Monica having lunch with Elliot Gould. And like, how is Elliot Gould in 235 episodes?
He doesn't even talk half the time. He's just sitting there eating.
It's the back of his head like the Seinfeld shot of
exactly.
fucking Steinbrenner.
Yep.
That should be great. Elliot, that'd be amazing for 235 episodes. If they just had Elliot Gould doing like the Larry David thing, where he's just doing a voice, that'd be fucking fantastic.
Oh, but that's crazy. That means in Monica's episode, her and her dad died
Yeah,
in the
that's
tower.
sick. That's awesome.
That's crazy.
And then also in the episode where, wow, that's crazy. That really is crazy. And in the episode where Ross dies, he gets to be like, "Oh my God, I was supposed to be in there today," and he's like, "I can't believe Ross died in the tower, and I work there every day." Like, that's fucking literally the funniest thing of all time. That's comedy at its finest. If Elliot Gould, 3 weeks after 9/11, is saying like, after you've watched for 7 years, he's like, "Wow, the one day that I take off work,
I have one hooky, and my
play one
son
hooky once
dies.
and my son dies. Karma really is a bitch." And then Monica's like, "Well, you still got me, Dad." He's like, "Oh my gosh."
That's so on par with the show too.
The mom doesn't. I don't even know who the mom is. Fuck the mom. She's stupid. So, but hold on. How does it? So if we do kill Ross, right?
Yeah.
We establish that who gets depressed?
I think Chandler gets the
Yeah,
press.
Chandler
because
gets-
Chandler was the one bringing the briefcase to him for his meeting.
No, we said Joey gets depressed if Ross dies.
No, Chandler's closer. Why would Joey care? Joey
don't
would just
know.
keep trucking on.
Yeah. Gosh, if only I knew Friends better.
I think we know pretty well.
Yeah, that's true. I pulled out like Mississippi list. Like
That was
quick.
hilarious.
Mississippi listly? I said count to 5 and turn. I didn't say Mississippi. Is that A-Rod or Derek Jeter talking to him? It's one of the two. So if the show progresses past the 13 episodes, when you actually reveal who dies in the funeral, we have to figure out who dies at the funeral. It has to be, if you kill Ross, Joey and Chandler kind of are just still friends. And sure, Monica's missing a brother, and I guess Rachel's probably pretty sad, but you know, I believe a lot more in the episode where Rachel dies. I believe it a lot more in Ross is sad saying I'm never going to be with anybody else than I believe Rachel saying it. Okay?
That's true. Rachel probably just ended up getting with Joey.
Rachel would probably, honestly, yeah, that's what would happen, actually. Okay, that's even more interesting. Wow. When Chandler dies, does Monica start fucking Joey or she start fucking Ross, you think?
Interesting.
We're jumping ahead. In Monica's episode, does she turn to fucking her brother or banging Joey? Joey did have that sex dream about her that one time. Where remember she like sat in his lap and started kissing him and stuff on the recliner. It's a lot more fun than the scene he filmed where Jennifer Aniston kneed him in the balls on the recliner. So damn dude, Joey makes out like a bandit in this scenario. So if Ross dies, he gets Rachel. If Chandler dies, he gets Monica. He really wins no matter what.
Yeah.
Joey really is unstoppable. That's why he has to have Joey be the last one you kill. So, but does the show change? Honestly, that's the other thing too. Does the show even change when you actually remove any of these characters? Like, what dynamic are you missing? They're all idiots, like I established earlier.
Well, if Ross is gone, Chandler's going to fall into a deep depression.
Right.
Not be sarcastic anymore.
If
Joey's going to start going.
Phoebe's gone. Oh, you're selling Ross? Okay,
Yeah.
fine.
Joey's going to decide he's going to become a soldier, so he's going
Right.
to become. He's not going to leave yet. His spin-off's him actually
Yeah.
going there, but he's going to go into training. So
Yeah.
sometimes that he's just he's in camo for some episodes.
Right. Maybe he first gets a job on a TV show playing a soldier, and that really inspires him as well. It's like this like the loss of his friend, the sense of patriotism in the air. It's
Yeah.
2001. Everyone like loves George Bush. Everyone's really pro-America. We're all really in on this. Like we're really ride or die for the country. That, and then you also pair in like maybe he got a part in like Band of Brothers or something, and he's like, I've never felt more connected to this country. Okay. And also The Sopranos is on at this time, so he's
Yeah.
like really feeling his Italian heritage as well. And he's like, you know what? I am a soldier.
Yep.
That's good. So killing Ross really does a lot.
Yeah, I think it gets the most storyline out of it.
I mean, I guess realistically, killing Chandler could all. I don't think Joey joins the army for the girls' deaths. I guess for Chandler, or maybe how about this? But if you kill Chandler in this scenario, you get to have it where you have the next 2 seasons, Joey's doesn't bang any girls, and he's super depressed, and you actually end the show where he kills himself.
Oh, jeez.
That's pretty dark. That's pretty fun. That's pretty friend.
Yeah, that is pretty friend, because then he doesn't have his best friend to laugh with anymore.
Yeah. So if he gets really depressed.
And you know what? You know what makes it even more sad? Monica's not even that good at bed like you thought she'd be.
That's true. He finds
really
out.
depressed.
But he also, I think Joey could overcome the bad in bed part for the food being good part.
True.
He is a foodie.
But Chandler's dead in this scenario. That's 3 negatives.
That's true.
It's a lot of
Even though, in my
spinning.
opinion, that's actually a positive.
No, it's not.
In
for
my
Joey,
personal
though.
opinion, if I was Joey Tribbiani, I'd be happy that Chandler was gone. So, but the second episode's Phoebe. What is? I feel like Phoebe's actually the least consequential one to kill, and
Yeah,
nothing changes.
honestly,
It's just
she's
the status quo.
Yeah.
So, what, Joey doesn't flirt with the other person who's single sometimes? Wow, what a different show.
Honestly, you know what would happen if Phoebe died? Ursula just become a main character.
That's genius. Wow. Okay. That's insane.
Yeah.
Maybe that is the best idea because that's the most that's the most disgusting abusive power you could ever have on that show where they market the shit out of this. They do this entire charade. They then reveal they killed Phoebe. And then episode 13 is all of them crying. And episode 14 is Ursula moves in. It's like, are you guys fucking kidding me? That's how you guys agreed the whole Spartacus thing where you wouldn't leave? You just had it where he was a gyp? That's fucking okay. Maybe that is the best option.
I think I like
maybe
the best,
Ross doesn't
actually.
die. Maybe even though we're all about Ross dying because it's funny as hell.
Yep.
Maybe it's much funnier if Phoebe dies because then they can be disgusting pigs and have Ursula be a new main character.
Yeah, I actually like
And
that
was
the best.
Ursula even? I don't know. Was Ursula even a different character, or was it just like no? Phoebe hates her because she hates her. She thinks she's a bitch, or was it like she's her polar opposite?
I think she's almost exactly
Wasn't
like
that
Phoebe.
the bitch on Mad About You?
Yeah, that's where the
What the
character's from.
fuck?
Yeah, Phoebe's sister is a character from Mad About You.
Okay, what if 9/11? Fine. What if in her episode?
Mhm.
What if in every episode somehow they're like, wow, we're getting reports they found the first body, okay, and the news broadcast actually shows the picture of the person who's dead.
Jesus.
So then, what happens if in Phoebe's episode 3, when she dies, or 3. What if in episode 3, when she's the one who's not in the room, it actually does cut away, and it cuts to fucking Helen Hunt and Paul Reiser, and they think it's Ursula's picture on the fucking
God,
TV.
yes.
So it establishes back Mad About You. So then, yeah, in episode 3, in episode 3, when Phoebe's not in Monica and Rachel's apartment watching the TV, they see the picture of Phoebe on the screen. We've established in every episode when the person dies, the news has their photo and they put it on the screen. This person's dead. Here you go, guys. But in this scenario, they cut to fucking Mad About You, and that's how we now know, like, oh my god, they were always gonna bring Ursula back. This stuff writes itself.
Really, we created the best season of Friends here.
So killing her is pretty fun because it really ruins the integrity of the entire thing.
I had the best. Honestly, the only way you could get more ridiculously like fuck you to the audience is if you end up killing Gunther.
If you kill Gunther, killing Gunther is always the failsafe. If at the end of the 12 weeks the network decides where we actually can't do this, that's when you fall back and you just kill Gunther,
Yeah, exactly.
which is fucking awesome. Actually, that's also a big fuck you to the audience in every sense of the word, and it really just like whipping. You already took the piss out of America by making fun of 9/11 immediately, and now you're literally taking a piss on America. But then after that emotional torture, saying, "Yeah, Gunther died." And it was funny
We
too.
use exercise
If you
for
kill
no
Gunther,
reason.
you have 2 options. Option A, the dignity route, is where suddenly, even though they promised they marketed the funeral, you'll finally see the funeral of who died.
Yeah.
You either A, have it where suddenly it opens up again, they're all in the apartment, and it takes like 2 days for them to figure out Gunther died. So he has no dignity. Or you give him even less dignity, and the episode just opens up at the funeral. And it's like, wait, Gunther doesn't get a POV episode. He's just dead.
Sans POV for Gunther.
That might be better as well. So that's the other fuck you option.
It's even more obnoxious then. You finally get to the answer. It's just Gunther. We didn't even see his episode.
We didn't see his episode. Got no bill, but no nothing. He's just dead. And you know what's even funnier? They really only they're there for like a minute. And you realize that no one's really there. It's like only a handful of people, and they kind of just all look around, and like someone like. The fucking priest is running late because there's so many funerals or whatever. So then they always kind of like, you know what? Yeah, Gunther was a nice guy. And they kind of just like knock on the casket and leave, and then Gunther just doesn't even have a proper funeral.
That's so messed up.
That's great. I think that's genius. We'll pull back to that one if we decide to go that route. If they kill, who's the third person we kill? We said we're killing Chandler next.
Yeah.
If they kill Chandler, Monica gets with Joey.
Yeah.
Honestly, does the show change? I think this is actually even less consequential than killing, because the show there's no scenario where they don't just have Monica and Joey get together. It's the trauma.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
Chandler's-
honestly,
okay,
Rachel's
maybe
not going to give a shit.
Rachel doesn't give a shit
Rachel's
about
not
anything.
gonna
She's
give a
just a self-centered
fuck.
bitch.
Fucking Phoebe.
What does Phoebe care about? That one time she said he was kind of cute.
Oh, the one throw line for Phoebe for all these characters though is she writes a song
Yes.
for all, and she
course,
sings
and
the
she
same
plays that
exact
Central Perk
song
every time.
Just changes the
Except for the Gunther episode.
Yeah, there's no
The Gunther
song.
episode after the funeral, she just plays a song about something else.
It's just one of her regular,
Yes.
one of her best though. She's always
That's
playing
fucking
there.
genius. I feel like you could say maybe you're just burnt out. I was like, no, I actually just think that the Chandler death doesn't really do much
Yeah, well, because
because it solves itself instantaneously.
Yeah, with Monica and Joey.
Monica gets with Joey,
I mean, Ross will be a little upset, but he'll get over it.
and I still have it in the back of my pocket. They decide they can do. Like I said, they can have it where Joey gets super depressed, even though he's with Monica. He still has like an insane, like a severe depression, and he just fucking at the end he jumps, and then Monica is twice widowed, and twice leaving her children without a father. That's fucking dark as shit. That's sick. And then Ross is gonna step up like he did with his own son with the Sprouse twins.
Yeah.
He let 2 random lesbians raise him.
Well,
one was his mother. Yeah, one was.
I'm not really sure how Rachel's. We can circle back to Rachel next, but Monica's might be the darkest one yet, actually, because she cooks for everybody. So if she dies, everybody starves to death, and all the friends are dead.
Yeah, and then honestly,
and
it's
then
like,
Gunther's at 6 separate.
you're gonna tell me that any of them know how to do anything? Again, they all have one thing they can do. She can cook. Joey can fuck, even though they can all fuck.
Joey's just really good at fucking.
Phoebe can't do shit. Ross knows about dinosaurs. They're actually all useless idiots. The only one who has any utility is Monica. Honestly, though, if they kill Monica, that one might not have the most that one might have the most consequences, because I feel like realistically, if you did remove Monica from the friend group, the entire friend group would fall apart.
Yeah, it
I
actually
think
does.
she's the friend who keeps the friend group together by making them all do things and like making sure they're all in touch. And
Well,
keeping
realistically, why would Phoebe hang out with any of these people? I feel like not
That's a
necessarily,
fair
not
point.
necessarily that she's best friends with Monica, but like I feel like there's just no scenario where Ross or
How
Chandler are
even?
hanging.
I mean, I know there's definitely an episode dedicated to this, but again, I really don't care that much. It's friends. But like, I know Ross and Chandler went to like college together. Maybe they were friends before that, but I think they just went to college together. Maybe
they
they're
went to high
friends.
school together.
They went to high school together too.
I don't know. I'm saying I think.
Oh, and Rachel also went to high school. Yeah, how the fuck do they know Phoebe?
Yeah, they all went to high school together or
No,
college, one
no,
or the
but
other.
when
But
they
yeah,
moved
Phoebe
to-
just disappeared there.
Yeah, and Joey moved in obviously with Chandler, so they basically met each other because of their apartment.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
But again, Phoebe's just there, so her death really doesn't mean anything. Like I said.
Yeah. I think they do address it probably. 'Cause that has to be that show's on for 10 years. There's no, it's not one of those bullshit. How do we all meet episodes? Obviously, Phoebe dying doesn't really do anything for them. You have the back pocket Ursula trick, so.
So killing Phoebe doesn't do much. Killing Ross does a pretty good amount for Joey. We've established for some reason that one really affects him. Because again, if you kill Chandler, he just bangs Monica. If you kill Rachel, everyone's lives are probably better. There's definitely a lot less drama going on.
Yeah, honestly, nothing changes either. I feel like
Yeah, I feel like it's only consequential.
Ross is out another wife. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. And again, yeah, honestly, yeah, Ross gets with
And they're
somebody
already on
new.
their way out. I don't know when they separate, but it's just either separating or about to separate. So.
Yeah, and then Ross could be like, and then Ross, you know what's funny? Here's the best part about killing you kill Rachel. If you kill Rachel, you get to have it where like you have an episode of season 9 where it's like, Ross, are you really getting back on the market again so soon? And he can do the whole we were on a break thing, and he can really pull that back into it.
Yeah. We were on a break, and she died in the Twin Towers. What am I supposed to do?
I'm not supposed to get tail. I'm Ross Geller. I don't get trim all of a sudden.
I know you guys all think Joey's one who fucks, but I also
I fuck. Look at me. Look at me. I'm a real schwimmer.
That's his catchphrase.
So yeah, dude, there's actually not. It's interesting. It's almost as if the show is bullshit. You shouldn't be able to take. You shouldn't. I mean, maybe I'm missing something. Maybe you're missing something here. But I feel like you shouldn't be able to remove. There's only 6 characters, and it's like if we remove 3 of them, it's like
Yeah, but this is like it's gonna affect much.
No, it doesn't. Almost like it's all meaningless. I think killing Joey ruins the show. I think we really highlight that one episode. His episode comes around, his death episode.
I didn't want to think about why he's there.
And everyone's just somber and quiet. And there's no jokes, right?
Yeah, that's the only episode of the entire series that doesn't have humor. In it.
And it's just nothing. It's honestly, what if there's no dialogue whatsoever? What if it's just a TV broadcast and silence?
The one without dialogue.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because Joey's the heart of the show.
Mm-hmm.
That's so fucking good. So I think Joey's out though of killing because they just ruined the show. So Joey's out. I think Monica's out on the count that actually no, Monica's hilarious. We said Monica could die in the Twin Tower with the Elliot Gould thing. That's so funny too. Fuck. We're too good. We
are
write
too
too good. We're too good at writing comedy.
Dude, honestly, I thought I wanted Ross to be one, but I like the fucking killing Phoebe storyline because it's hilarious if Ursula.
Yeah, Ursula coming in is such a fuck you. Killing Gunther is such a fuck you. Killing Ross is funny. Killing Rachel doesn't change the show. What? Again, Ross gets a new girlfriend, and Joey probably gets with Phoebe.
You know
wow.
what? I figured all this out. Since we can't come to a conclusion, I fixed the entire scenario. We go through the 12 weeks of playing this game or
Right.
doing this experiment to figure out which answer. So the third time was on a funeral.
For all of them. They're all dead.
But it's
We
all-
have a
it's
whole
all-
new cast of friends. We killed
Okay,
every
yeah,
character.
everybody just died, yeah.
And it opens up on a casket, and you see a shot. You know, like when you have the traditional like casket over the rays with the green fake grass around it over the dirt, and it has that shitty little fucking flowers, right? The bouquet, and a picture with a wreath of the guy like in high school or something.
Yeah.
You get that photo, and you're like, wow, they really did kill David Schwimmer after all that build-up. They went through the entire journey, which also pissed off the fans. It's like, really, the first episode's the guy you actually killed?
Yeah.
Realistically, that'd be a problem. You'd probably kill like the third or fourth person. But you open up the episode showing the standard funeral shot, right? The picture and everything else, and then the camera pans a little bit out. We zoom out. It's like, wait, there's two caskets, and it's the same exact shot in a row. They're all in one.
Yep.
You know, they all have their own families. They're all buried together as one. Like, you know, it's not like, you know,
They were friends. They would have wanted
exactly.
it this way.
So they're all together. They're all buried together. And it wides out again. It's like, holy shit, they actually killed Ross and they killed Phoebe. Oh my god, they actually killed Ross, Phoebe, and they killed Chandler. They killed Ross, Phoebe, Chandler, and Rachel. They killed Joey. Okay, it goes through the entire thing. They kill everyone off. And then the show opens up, episode 14, whole new cast of characters. 9 people they don't even know these people. What happens is you start off the episode 14. If you kill the entire cast of Friends in season 8, season 8 kills the entire cast of Friends because of 9/11. Okay. What happens is episode 14, after the funeral episode in 13, and 13, by the way, is just all the B characters like Elliot Gould. I can't believe both my kids died in the tower when I worked there every day.
I worked there every day for the last 30 years. I take off and my kids
And my
die.
kids both die. Oh god, karma's a bitch.
It's so
And then you
fucking
have like Gunther in that episode. He's completely distraught, heartbroken, crying.
Yeah, 6 of his best loyal
Exactly.
customers are
He's
gone.
so sad they're dead. And then you have like Ursula can be in that episode though. She's standing there so they tease
That'd be insane,
she's
dude.
back.
If we kill everybody. No, Phoebe, in this scenario,
No matter what, Phoebe's in the show.
she's still in the
Yeah.
show as Ursula, regardless.
All right, so yeah, Ursula's now a main
That's
character.
hilarious.
But she's you don't figure that out though for a while, okay? 'Cause
Yeah.
that's not till season 9 when you realize she's a main character. You just think she's in the funeral episode.
And we're
So hold on. So
upgrading
stop.
Gunther.
We've decided you kill all the characters, okay? All shut up, okay? Shut up, Robbie. Okay.
Okay.
You kill all the characters. I lied. Okay, this was all a lie. It was all a trick. The first episode you kill fucking first episode you kill Ross. Second two episodes you kill Phoebe. Next 2 is Chandler. Next 2 is Rachel. Next 2 is Monica. Next 2 is Joey.
Yep.
You figure there's no way they're gonna do it. They get to the funeral. They do the panning out shot. They show all 6 caskets. They're all fucking dead. The entire funeral is just people from the show. The back. Bruce Willis is back. Okay, he's standing there. Julia Roberts is here. Elle McPherson is here. Chrissy Turlington is here. Fucking Freddie Prinze Jr. is here. Christina Applegate is
yeah.
here. Fucking
Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon is here. Brad Pitt is here. Fucking goddamn Adam Goldberg is here.
Yep. Yeah.
I didn't move out. What? Where's my stuff? You know?
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't say
Rudd.
it. I didn't say anything at all. Paul Rudd. No, Paul Rudd he's introduced in season 10 with Phoebe.
It's that late into the show.
I think so.
All right, whatever.
But Michael Rappaport, he gets to be in the show.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Fine, that's great. That's sick. So you get to have all these B characters all at the funeral, right? And then you get to then do the rest of the episode where they're all having actually at the wake.
Yep.
So like all in the apartment, which is weird as shit.
Yep.
But they're all doing it in Rachel and Monica's apartment, but they're dead.
Yep.
Okay. But what happens is that whole episode is all the closure on our characters. All the friends are dead. They're out of the show. Okay. They're really not talked about much anymore because everyone died.
Okay.
Who's gonna grieve for them? We're not following Elliot Gould the rest of the series. He's never in it again.
See, I was gonna
okay?
suggest we.
No.
do that.
You're not suggesting anything because I figured it out. Okay. That's episode 13.
Okay.
The funeral episode. Episode 14 is the new friends. Okay. And it's called. What's the thing? They're always called
the new friends.
Yeah, that's fucking great. The one with the new friends. Okay, I never would have thought of that. The one with the new friends. They call the episode season 8, episode 14, the one with the new friends. It opens up at Central Perk. The seats are empty. The Gunther just he cries as he runs into the thing and retreats. The camera pans up and to the left. There's a group of 6 people sitting at one of the back tables.
Yep.
And they say, wow, for once those assholes are in that fucking seat hogging like always. You know what? Let's go sit over there. And then someone says, but wait, what if they come up? What if they come over here and give us shit? And what if you remember that one time we tried sitting there and we do a pickup shot where the 6 are back for them like, guys, get the fuck out of our seats. And then they said like, can you believe those people? Then it fades back, and they're like, let's just go sit. All right, they don't own those seats. They go sit. They sit there for like 6 hours. Like, well, this is actually really nice. And they're like, we're that's so crazy they didn't come here. Then they find out when Gunther finally returns from his crime. They're like, they're dead, right? They're all dead. These people are like, oh my god, they're all dead. Then you get to do the whole entire rest of the episode is them like having like this weird like, wow, that's great. And they're like trying to like learn about them. And, like they're, wait, what happened about them? Like I didn't know that about Chandler. And then they do like almost like an in memoriam episode where now like these people are like, wow, and Gunther's telling them a story about every individual person. And it's just, dude, then you do 6 different, no, not 6. Okay, I'm getting too ahead of myself. You do the next episode, okay? You end episode 14 where they find out those people have died, okay? Yeah. Episode 15 is all Gunther doing a clips episode talking to them where he's like, oh, they were funny people. Like one time Chandler, and it just shows what Chandler did. And it's like, I'm sorry, did Gunther have knowledge of that? But besides, I overheard all their conversations. Like, how did you know that, Gunther? Or, you know what's even funnier? Oh my God. Episode 15 is not only is it a clip episode where Gunther is telling this new group of friends, like this new cast. Now maybe it's like, it's a bunch of new hot people, okay? I don't know who they are. Doesn't matter. Someone from the 2000s. They get cast in the show. It's probably like fucking Manny Moore. Honestly, it was 2001. It's probably like Manny Moore and like fucking Kate Middleton. Not Kate Middleton. Who'd marry Tom Cruise?
Katie Holmes.
It's Katie Holmes, Manny Moore, Brittany Murphy are the 3 girls. And the 3 guys are Ryan Phillippe.
The guy who played Aaron Samuels.
No. Ryan Phillippe. That guy sucks. Okay, that guy should go fucking... That guy should go swim away, okay? It's Ryan Phillippe and 2 other guys. I don't give a shit, okay? The point is, they're all there. Gunther's telling them this story about all the friends that lost. And like, wow, Gunther, you were really such a big part of their lives. And he's like, I really was. And then it does the same thing where it shows the clips again. But like they have it where like the camera, he just crudely inserted himself into it as if he was a part of their lives. So now they all think that he was best friends with them. So they're like, wow, Gunther, do you want to be a part of our friend group?
And then Gunther's main character.
So not main character, but now he's just slightly more enriched into this culture. Now Gunther's like, wow, he really does carry that. He's like the through line of what brought them from here to here. And then every once in a while, they can do something that's similar. He's like, you're just like Chandler, and they fall into the archetypes.
That's how the characters stay.
Yes, exactly. And he kind of just keeps bringing in things where he like kind of helps transition the show as the person who interacts with these people until eventually they realize he's a weird little fucking weirdo and he gets written out of the show entirely. You know what's great? This is great. Season 8, okay? You have him be the guide for the new cast for episode 15 to episode 24. Episode 24, Gunther on his way to work. We finally see Gunther closing up the Central Park one day and he walks outside and gets hit by a car. He gets robbed and shot, Uncle Ben style, you're right. And he bleeds out on the floor and he dies, okay? Then our friends... Our new group of friends, they go to Central Park the next day, and they find out Gunther's dead.
And then Ursula comes and takes over.
And Ursula's the new person who runs it. That's how she gets reintroduced into the show again. She's now the person who runs the show. She's the new waitress there.
And then that's at least another 7-8 years of television.
Yeah, but it's like Saved by the Bell, the new class.
Yeah, exactly.
That show lasted 7 seasons, so this show has to last at least 7 seasons, which then makes Friends a 17-season show. That's not true. This happened in season 8. That makes Friends a 15-season show. That's more impressive than 10.
It's at least 5 more.
And then you have new school fans and old school fans. So each okay. So then you have then you really break up the show into old school, new school. We get to have 7.5 seasons with Joey, Chandler, Ross, Rachel, Phoebe, and Monica. Then you have 7.5 seasons of Chris, Andrew, Sean, Julia, Michelle, and Paige. And then you have the whole entire, fans of the old stuff, fans of the new stuff. And it really becomes even a bigger show because now that's like the biggest conversation in the entire culture. It was like, assholes on, Tinder profiles and Hinge profiles are saying shit like, do you prefer Ross, Chandler, Phoebe, Monica, Joey, and Chandler? Or do you prefer Chris, Andrew, Sean, Julia, Michelle, and Paige? And a lot of weirdos being like, I actually like Gunther. Gunther really did a lot in that 8th season, helping us transition from friend group. And imagine too the psycho fans who are watching the show for 7.5 years, who really love the show, like our idiot cousin, right, who just loves the show, who actually I love Friends. I'm a fucking loser. She's watching it, and imagine she's like, okay, you know what? It's fine. They killed all 6 of the friends, but
there was breakdowns.
At least there's Gunther's still here. So it's at least someone's still here. And then you end the season where Gunther gets gunned down and killed.
We open
outside the Central Park, and you know what too? When he gets shot, it goes through his stomach, it exits throughout his back, okay? And it fucking goes into the Central Perk window, and it shatters the logo of the Central Perk. And it's like, wow, next season, they're hanging out somewhere new. That's how they meet Ursula.
That's better.
I think this is a way better show.
I think it's amazing.
Let's see, guys. What did they do? Let's see what actually happened on September 27th, 2001.
It's probably something
The one
stupid.
after I do. Sounds great. 8.6 out of 10. The gang learns that Rachel is pregnant. Joey tries to impress a Broadway director who's dating Chandler's mom. Chandler's shoes make it hard for him to dance. Huh. Well, you know, maybe I only read that one for about a minute and a half, but the hour and 30 we were talking sounded a hell of a lot better.
I don't know, man. Chandler Freak, I don't know how to dance.
Hold on, here's
like
the second.
really
That
good
was the plot
episode.
written by IMDb. Here's the plot written by KGF Visors. Bride Monica emphatically denies this person's a piece of shit. Wow, I like how IMDb was like a no nonsense approach, and this asshole is thinking it's poetry. Bride Monica emphatically denies the rumor of her pregnancy, which has even reached Ross. Rachel frantically fears and refuses to tell the truth, so Phoebe pretentiously pretends to be the mother to be. But when she remembers that she shouldn't be drinking alcohol and spits out
this
champagne,
episode.
Monica guesses the truth. Ordered to change from his World War I uniform costume, Joby can only find a white tennis outfit to wear. Ross sees an attractive guest and changes the seating arrangement to sit with her, but mixes up a table of numbers 6 and 9, landing instead at the kids' table on a chair which makes
I
funny
remember
noises.
this.
His date is nonetheless impressed by his kindness to the kids as he gets little girls dance. Oh, on the shoes part, remember that? Yeah. And then an ugly fat kid comes in there and he's like, she's like, let's dance. He's like, okay, because the girl keeps saying you can. Oh my god, that's a funny episode. But his last, it says right here. But his last partner is built less like an angel. Yeah, a fucking idiot. What do you, dude? Thanks a lot, KGF, for first saying emphatically denies and frantically fears, and then you say stuff like built less like an angel. It's like, yeah, is that what the fucking casting call said? Mothers, please bring your daughters to open casting call. We're looking for someone built less than an angel. I think it said fat, ugly redhead. I think that's what the casting call said. It said, who's the fattest, ugliest kid we can find and put in the show? Which fucking, what's the, Tina Struthers, is that her name? Tina Yothers? What's the ugly daughter from Family Ties?
I don't remember.
Whatever that pig's name is, okay? I think they just put a picture of her and say, hey, anything close to this? What creepy, ugly kids are out there? This girl comes, I remember that episode, yeah, fucking, Ross is dancing with the hot girl. She's sitting down the whole entire time. He does 1 dance, 2 dance, 3 dances. Then that ugly kid's there, and she's like, I want to stand on your feet. Yeah, she's like, got a light. She's a fucking little monster demon. And then Ross is like, really? You know?
Yeah, that might be a good episode. And all. There's
But it doesn't sound better than what we did,
way it's
yeah.
better than our 9/11 episode.
There's no ways it's better than our 9/11 episode, and proof of which, I kept reading that description and being like, and I was like, wait a minute, you're telling me Joey is wearing a white tennis outfit during. I'm like, wait, how is this connected to 9/11? I was so engrossed in our own story. I was reading this description and saying, like, wait, how does it even factor in the 9/11 subplot? Oh, they never did it. Instead, they're like, what if we have an episode about a marriage? Because that's nice and light and lovey.
What a missed opportunity.
What a missed opportunity. And it's like,
They could change the entire landscape of television.
I think it would have changed the whole entire landscape of television. I think we'd be living in a better society. I think Friends would actually be the greatest show of all time if that was the case, if they had the balls to tackle 9/11, kill the entire cast of the most successful show on television, replace them all, and in this case, it's successful, and they get another 7.5 years, and they actually did the right casting, and it works perfectly, and it's seamless, and everyone's like, I can't believe the sons of bitches pulled it off. This is insane. I actually love the show. It's so refreshing. I love the old show, but this is great.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also have the through line of killing Gunther, and that emotional, for the hardcore fans who are holding on for dear life, like Gunther's at least championing the show. And also, the whole second half of the season is like, well, you know, we're actually getting a little bit more of Gunther each episode. You're building up to him being like, he's actually working. He's a part of this. And then you kill him at gunpoint. You shoot the Central Perk. They leave the Central Perk. Season 9, they hang out at Ursula's place. And then you build 7.5 seasons of their frolicking around the city, fucking whoever storylines.
Mm-hmm.
That's the coolest show of all time.
It's the best show of all time.
But yeah, like, you know, jokes aside, which character are you?
I mean, I obviously fuck, so I'm Joey.
You, Joey? I think I'm Joey.
Okay.
I think I'm the perfect amalgamation of all the characters, actually.
No, on the
With
perfect
none of their
amalgamation characters.
negative traits and only the positive traits.
Could I be any more like Chandler?
That's true. That's a good point. But yeah, but like jokes aside, which one which one you want to fuck? Like Monica, Phoebe, Rachel. It's obviously Monica, right? It's Monica.
It's Monica.
Or Rachel or Phoebe.
I lean a lot towards Phoebe, actually.
Yeah, no,
because
because Phoebe's Lisa Kudrow. That's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Okay. But like, jokes aside, you gotta marry one, fuck one, kill one, right? Monica, Phoebe, Rachel.
Yeah.
Marry Monica.
Marry, fuck, kill, yeah.
Fuck Rachel. Kill
No,
Phoebe. Yeah.
I'm fucking Phoebe.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You're right. Fuck Jennifer Aniston. I don't even know what I'm gonna care. I'm taking on what the world's been trying to brainwash me into thinking.
Yeah.
You're right. No. Kill Jennifer Aniston.
Phoebe's a silent hitter. She's a fucking cutie back in the day.
But okay, yeah, I'll take that. Kill Monica. Sorry, no, never. Marry Monica. Fuck Phoebe. Kill Rachel. It's pretty good.
I can live with that.
Yeah, but jokes aside though, you gotta marry one, fuck one, kill one. Chandler, Joey, Ross.
Marry Joey, fuck Ross, kill Chandler.
Marry Joey, fuck Ross, kill Chandler. I'm not mad about that either.
Oh my God!
You're looking at the World Trade Center. We understand that a plane has crashed into the World Trade Center.
Oh my God!
Bye, Chiquita. Bye, little sucker. Bye, little insect. Bye, little fly. Bye, little tiny insect. Bye, sucker.
Hmm?
I didn't know you hit right.
You stupid? Hagadaga. Get in the groove, dude. Did you put that finger up your ass like I said? Did you shove your finger up your ass like I said so you could wake up? How you look more awake all of a sudden. Did you put a finger in your ass?
Put 2.
Nice. That's disgusting. That's actually the most vile and sick thing you've ever said to me on the show. I'm keeping that in there. I'm actually going to keep in there that you just fingered yourself with 2 fingers in your ass. 2
fingers.
2 fingers. No, I'm not going to keep that in there. I'll save your dignity. Maybe I won't. Maybe I will. I didn't do it. Maybe I did, though. Now I have to keep it in there for my perfect Chris Red impression. Everyone's like, whoa.
True.
Holy shit, Alex, you can break that out? Obviously, that'll go at the very end. That'll be the post-credit scene. So everyone can watch this thinking like, whoa. I was listening to a guy who did what to himself? Maybe I did. All right, now to the actual minutia of the episode. That's the post-credit scene, potentially, right? You ready? Did I give you that snap? You didn't smoke it? So I'm going to smoke it, right? And I wasn't telling you to smoke it. I was going to say I should smoke it, shouldn't I? Okay, or Robbie can be Mr. fucking big guy. Hey, I'm going to smoke on the podcast. Hey, I'm so cool. What?
So this clearly wasn't part of anything.
Yeah, I know. What do you mean?
This part's not going in anything.
No shit. I think the first 30 seconds can.
Yeah, fine.
At the very end,
You're
the
like,
part where I
"Please
do the
stop,
perfect
guys.
Chris
I
Red
wasn't trying
impression.
to smoke on the podcast.
Yeah, I know. I'm
This
just
is so
fucking with you.
belittling
Hey,
for
fuck
no
you.
reason.
Shut up. Fuck you. What the fuck do you mean? Pack me a bowl.
Fuck you.
This isn't part of the podcast. Pack me a bowl.
Fuck you.
Pack me a bowl. Pack me a fucking bowl, dude. Come on. Pack me a fucking bowl. Pack me a fucking bowl, dude. What the fuck? Dude, why don't you cry me a fucking river, man? Oh, I thought you had your microphone, so that was all funny. What the fuck? When did you put your microphone down? So all you said was fucking. How much was? I'm high as hell, dude. You gotta drop the attitude. This part's kind of. You know what? I'll keep all this in the server. Knows how much of an asshole
Fuck
you are.
you.
Fuck you. Look how,
I said
so that
fucking-
means for the last minute you were just to clarify how much of a psycho you are. For the last minute, okay, I didn't realize my back was turned. Okay,
No, it
I'm looking
wasn't.
over here. I'm looking at Frank Sinatra. Okay, you put your microphone down. You're talking to me. You're talking at me. Okay, you're disrespecting me. And then when I say that and I accuse you of being disrespectful, your brilliant idea is to come back to the podcast and the first thing you get to say in the microphone is "fuck you." That's gonna win the audience over. They listen to a one-sided story, and you came in. Metaphorical bull in a china shop, validating everything I just said.
Yeah, I should have said no. I didn't do any of that. You're
Exactly.
crazy. Yeah, I didn't
Okay?
think ahead.
And then for everyone who thinks you're the nice on this podcast, how will they realize that I'm the guy who gives you constructive criticism right on the fly? Tell you, hey man, here's how you can be cooler.
You're right. No, I never thought of it that way.
I'm the nicest guy in the world, actually.
When you put it that way, yeah, I guess you are.
No one wants to ever acknowledge that I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad guy. Think Michael Douglas and Falling Down. And you're Robert Duvall, and you're gonna shoot me as I'm saying I'm the bad guy. You're like, yeah, you're the bad guy.
I've been in the Force 30 years.
Yeah, that's a great Robert Duvall. That's a phenomenal Robert Duvall, actually. Wow. Can you do Gene Hackman? I just saw the replacements over here. Can you do Gene Hackman?
Hold on. Yeah, I think I can do Gene Hackman. Wait a second. Been coaching football for 30 years.
It's a really good Gene Hackman. I thought you were gonna go like the famous take the wig off Lex Luthor. That's what I thought you were gonna do.
That would have been better. I couldn't think of anything he says other than Miles of Heart, but I couldn't get into a voice
Right.
for that.
Well, unfortunately, Miles and Miles of Heart isn't really much of a spoken.
That's my
It's more of
point,
a
yeah.
physical
It's like
impression.
Yeah, no one's going to know what I'm doing then.
Did you ever pack in that bowl?
Yeah, this time
I'm gonna
did.
smoke that bowl now.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Now your microphone's down.
Nah, I'm actually way smarter than you. I'm not gonna let you. I'm not gonna let you plant evidence against me.
I was ready to
I'm not
start
gonna let you.
planting.
No.
I was gonna tell my side of the
no,
story.
No. Okay, I sleep with one eye open. There's no way you're gonna come and get me. Okay, I don't get
Yeah.
got.
All right, good luck smoking the bowl then with the microphone in your hand.
Dude, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Marshall's hitting it easy. Okay, what are you talking about?
That's pretty good.
Come on, man. Don't disrespect. Okay, don't bullshit a bullshitter. You know, like Jane Lynch says.